Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this has been an exciting day because I am officially done with my lesson plans for the upcoming school year. And as you know, I have 5 kids, so this process of writing everyone's lesson plans for the school year can take a while, and so I am done, and so I'm excited to kind of move on to other areas of getting ready for our upcoming school year, like cleaning out some closets. And I just feel like I have been kind of stuck in my office for the last couple weeks, just stuck in books, and I'm ready to move on to a different project. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing what I'm planning on doing with my 7th grader. And his curriculum probably took longer than the rest of my kids combined to kind of get his day set up and kind of what I'm planning on doing with him. And so he is officially a middle schooler, so it does make me kind of sad that he's no longer going to be participating in kind of our centers and some of the smaller areas that I do with my younger children, he won't be doing. So he still will be doing Bible with us, but not Awana, because he'll be officially in youth group at our church. So first I will go over what he's doing for Bible. So he is doing our group Bible curriculum, but then he will also be doing a Content Heart, and this is just kind of like a devotional workbook that he will kind of work through. And this one is Finding Godly Contentment in a Me First World. And then he's doing Developing a Quiet Time, a Biblical Study for Kids. And then he will also be having just his own quiet devotional time where he will just, read his Bible. That I try to kind of get them in a routine of doing that in the morning when they first wake up. So he'll be doing that. And then together with me, we're going to work through the 3rd book in this Biblical Worldview series. So he's already done the first 2 in 5th and 6th grade. So this will be 7th grade. And this is What on Earth Can I Do? And this is the What We Believe series. And we have just loved this series. Like, this is such a good curriculum. So I read it to him, but then he has like a notebook journal that he does on his own, and this is a lot of reflections and a lot of his own prayers that you write into these journaling notebooks. So I do kind of just see that he has completed his work, but I don't grade this one. So that is what he will be doing for Bible. He has been teaching himself to play guitar, and so I just got him a Guitar Worship 1 book that he told me he wanted more of a song book, and the other one was more workbook like technique. So I got him that. And then for like health, we're doing Growing Up God's Way for boys, and he will be reading this 2nd semester like his last 9 weeks, because it does get into some more mature content that we just, as my husband and I, just don't quite really think he's ready for, but he probably will be later on into the school year. So he'll be reading this. For writing, we are going to continue working through Institute of Writing. He did the first 12 lessons last year for 6th grade, and then we're going to do the next 12 lessons for this year. This is also a really good curriculum to teach writing, and it's kind of got some DVD lessons, because writing is also one of the, I just don't enjoy myself, and so he can kind of watch his lessons on the DVD, and then we can work through his assignments together. But this is probably more helpful for me than him. So we'll be doing this for writing. And then he also will be doing Fix-It Grammar. And I was actually going to kind of not do this one this year. We've done Fix-It Grammar also for the last 2 years. But he told me that he really wanted to do the next book. So we're going to do Fix-It Grammar, and this is the Frog Prince book. So we'll be doing this, and this one is like every day you like read a sentence, there's a vocabulary word that goes with it, and then you fix some mistakes, and then you write it into a notebook, the sentence, so by the end of the year you have written out the entire story. So we'll be doing that, and then he will also be working through Wordly Wise, book 7. So for reading, we're going to allow him to just choose the books that he wants to read on his own, and then I have a smaller reading curriculum that we're going to kind of go through, but the bulk of his reading is just going to be kind of picking up books that he wants to read. We will be doing these reading comprehension skill sheets, and this is level 6, and this is just probably more for me just to make sure that he is still comprehending what he is reading and being able to read through a passage very quickly and answer some questions. So we'll be doing 2 of these a week, and these will only take about 5 minutes. So that, and then I do have a couple books that I have picked out for him, and these are just shorter stories with very quick questions at the end that we'll just kind of go through. But I do not expect this to take him very long. So he'll be doing Billy Sunday. And then some of these Abeka readers, he's going to read through. So we have Mountain Pathways of America 2 and Voyage of Discovery. And this is actually the Abeka 6th grade reading curriculum. But we're going to do it for 7th grade, and he's just going to read through like one of the short stories a day, and then we'll just go through orally the 2 to 3 like comprehension questions that are at the ends of each of these. And then I also picked out this book for him to read. This is Taming the Techno Beast, and because out of all my children, this is the child that can just get into a virtual world and just come out and just be super grumpy. And so I read this book for me to kind of see if it gave me any ideas for him, and it was so good that I'm going to have him read it himself. So we're going to be reading that one, and then I'm going to have him read this book. It's there's a whole series. This one's called Jungle Doctor and the Whirlwind, and it's a missionary story, and so I just have the first one, and if he ends up liking it, we'll get some of the other ones, but I thought, oh, we'll give this a try. I've had this book for a couple years, and I think it's finally at like a level that he's going to enjoy. So we have that. So that's kind of what I have planned for reading. And for math, you know, he's doing Math 7 through teaching textbooks. And then we're also doing Math Minutes, 7th grade. And then he's going to work through 2 Life of Fred books this year. So the first one is just the intermediate series, Mineshaft. And he has already worked through, there's 3 in this series, so he's already worked through the first 2, so this will be the 3rd one. And then we're going to start the next series of Life of Fred, and this one is just fractions. And if you're not familiar with Life of Fred, it's just more of a, I would say, literature-based math program. Like there's like a story, and so every week he'll read like the little chapter, which will be like a little story, and then at the end, like you have to figure out, it's like real world math that you solve the problems for. So they're fun. Like we've done Life of Fred for the last couple years, and like my kids really enjoy it. So we're gonna do, but we've never done 2 books in 1 year. But I should have actually started Life of Fred with him probably younger, like 3rd grade. I think we started in 4th grade to be able to get through the series that I'm wanting by the time he's done with 8th grade. So that's why we're going to try to do 2 books this year. They've never really taken him that long, so I don't think it's going to be a problem with him getting through 2 books. So that is what I have planned for math. And then science, this is the one that took me forever to map out for the year, but I think he is going to really, really love his science program this year. So we are doing Exploring Creation, and this is Apologia, and this is General Science. So this is his humongous textbook that he will be reading through, and then he has a student notebook to go with it. And then I watched so many review YouTube videos on this program, and most of them recommended getting the DVD lesson plans, so the instructional DVD. So every little lesson, this is actually an instructor will teach him. So we are going to go ahead and do this. A lot of you moms out there recommended go ahead and get the DVD. It'll make learning the content a little bit easier, so than just learning it on his own and reading. So I did get this, and I agree. I've watched a couple of these, and the instructor on here is really good. So I think he's really going to love this. Now, one other thing I did get for this science program, and this is also just optional, is I went ahead and got the lab kit, just because as a busy mom, most of the stuff for his labs is common household stuff, but I thought, you know what, the chance of me actually like getting all that stuff ready for him, and you know, I just knowing my year coming up, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to just spend the extra money and get the lab kit for him, so that way like he's just ready to go, and we don't have to run around their house trying to find something, and if we don't have something and they can't do his lab and can't move on in the curriculum. And so let me show it to you. So it's this box, and it's made from Nature Workshop Plus, and then everything he would need for each of his labs is in a Ziploc bag. So this would be for Module 10, and everything's in here, you know, Module 7, and then, I mean, it's just like, they have this all ready to go, and I just think like it was expensive, but I just think for us, where we're at right now with me trying to homeschool all 5 of them and do home daycare, like this is just one less thing I have to worry about. So this is just well worth the money for me. So we're doing that. So that is science, and science is one of his favorite subjects, so I think he's just really going to enjoy this curriculum, and science is also one of my favorite subjects, so I'm kind of excited to kind of work through it with him as well. So now I don't have a curriculum, like something to show you, but he does Youth Digital for computer. He's really into coding, and so last year he did 2 of their programs through Youth Digital, and the first one was coding using Minecraft, and he kind of designed his own mod and really learned how to code, and then his second one was server design, so he built his own server. So Youth Digital is an amazing online program, and technology for me is just, and especially like coding, was just really, really overwhelming, and Youth Digital just kind of completely takes it over on their own, and he completely learned how to do it on his own. Like, I did not help him at all. The instructors on Youth Digital are amazing. Every time he had a question, he would email them, and they would come back within the hour with like talking him through what he needed to do, and he learned so much. So if you have a child needing to learn how to code, or they have design courses, they have just all kinds of like techie courses on there, I recommend it. And so this year he kind of has looked through like the website and kind of picked out his next 2 classes he wants to take. And so he's going to do app design, learning how to build apps, and then he thought he would check out after that one and kind of step away from coding and check out one of their design courses, and he wants to try out their game design. So that is what he will be doing for computer. Okay, so that's what I have planned for my 7th grader. And so keep watching my channel, and I'm going to be posting videos now about getting my classroom ready for our first day of school, which is actually July 17th. So we're getting pretty close to that first day of school. And the reason that I start school earlier with my kids is we also like to be done by May, because May where we live is just beautiful, and we like to start our summer, whereas by July, August, it's extremely warm and we don't like to be outside anyway. So that's probably the main reason that we start school early. But we also like to kind of get on our schedule and our routine before my daycare crew comes back, and that allows us to kind of be ready, and then when we add our daycare kids, it's just a smoother transition. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're interested in our journey of me homeschooling and running a home daycare, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow along with us. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.